What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're joining me for the first time, my name is Prophet Eneh, and I'm a life and relationship coach. Basically, in this channel, I talk about relationship, marriages, and I share some part of my college experience as an international student in the USA. So, in this video, we'll be talking about the viral story that is making the news right now. That is the divorce of Meagan and Devon Franklin. So we had the news came in light when they announced on their social media about their divorce and how they said it's a mutual understanding and they want to go into their future separately. So I'm not here to actually judge this couple or to actually say they did this right or did this wrong. No, because I don't really know what's happened exactly behind the scene. But then what we'll be doing exactly in this video is I'll be showing us, I'll be mentioning to us, I'll be talking about my observations about this couple, some things I've seen a lot of us do, and some things I feel like they didn't do right based on the kind of life they had in public. So I just want to share with us 5 lessons from this couples and relationship in general, which I think every one of us out there should be aware of if you actually want to have a successful marriage. So before I dive into this video, I would like you to subscribe to my channel. If you're just coming in contact with me for the first time, like I said, we talk relationship here, so you can check out my videos and also share this video with people and leave a comment below if you have anything to input in this video. If there's something you want to say, go ahead and say it. I'll be there to read your comment. If you want to disagree, that's fine. I actually like when people disagree, as long as we can actually talk about it mutually. And then if you have a contribution, go ahead and make your contributions in the comment box. So let us dive into this video. So like I said, we'll be talking about lessons, 5 lessons I can pick out from this situation going around now. The first of them is that when the Bible talks about being unequally yoked together with an unbeliever, a lot of times we believers, we try to limit it to unbelievers who are probably Muslims, those who are Buddhists. So we technically say a Christian shouldn't marry a Muslim shouldn't, a Buddhist shouldn't marry a Christian and the likes. But then that's not where it ends. That's actually not where it ends. Because today in Christianity, we have different kinds of Christian. Sometimes I used to remember those days when I used to tell somebody, ask somebody, are you a Christian? The person would say, yes, I'm a Christian. I'll be like, are you like a Christian, or you just adopted the term Christianity as a form of religion? Because back then, I remember back then in school, when you are filling out a form, they'll probably ask you to indicate your religion, where you have to either you write like you're a Christian or you're a Muslim or you're a traditionalist. So a lot of people who don't belong, who's not a Muslim and who are not traditional, they just end up writing Christian because probably that's where they grew up. So we have a lot of people who say they are Christians today, but then if you look at their life, their lifestyle doesn't portray that life of a Christian. So when the Bible talks about being unequally yoked, it doesn't just limit it to unbeliever. It still applies within the body of Christ, because there are some people, like I said, who don't fear God. They have no relationship with God. So God doesn't tell them what to do in their life. They still have their own will. So there are those kind of people who you see, they say they are Christian, but then when you look at their life, you're not seeing the fruit of the Spirit being manifested in their life because they do everything wrong. So, and basically for me, when I look at this couple and I look at the situation at hand, I look at the kind of life they have and they say they are Christians. Yes, I can't judge their Christian life, but then based on what we see externally, we can say 1 or 2 things. You agree with me? So when we look at the life of Devon, he's a preacher, he's a minister, he climbs the pulpit, he says things about God, he preaches. And then when we look at the life of the wife, we see that she's an actor and she takes up these scenes in movies, sexual scenes, and then off the sets, there's a particular way she dresses. And it's not just about you being a Christian this time around, it's about who you're marrying. You're marrying to a preacher, and then there's no way you want people to stay off what you do, because then you're a role model to them, like you're a preacher's wife, and they expect you to. It comes with a lot of expectations and accountability. Yes, so you can't just feel like, no, they shouldn't be talking about you and what you do. So when it comes to Christianity, there is a particular life you have to adopt. That's the thing. When you say you love God, or you want to serve God, that it's God first in your life, then it's supposed to be actually God first in your life. Because you have a lot of people say they are Christian, but then their career takes the first position in their life. Their wife or their spouse or their kids or something else in their life takes the first position, and God comes later. So they are ready to satisfy every other thing, then God later. But no, that's not what it means to be a Christian. When you say you're a Christian, actually, it's supposed to be that God comes first before every other thing. So if whatever you're doing doesn't please God, then you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. If whatever you're doing, it's not portraying the life of Christ, what Christ is all about, then I don't know how you can still call yourself a Christian. Because going into movies and you're taking up a sexual scene where you get to do some nasty stuff, and then you think, oh, it's your career, you're devoted to it. Are you ever thinking about what God is saying? Even the Bible says these things. It says, if whatever you're doing will make your brother fall, don't do it. It's in the Bible. So as I look at this couple, I see that they are unequally yoked, because yes, it might look like they are Christians, but then when you look at their lives, you discover that it's not there. So is it bad for a Christian or like a preacher to marry like a movie actor? No, it's not like it's bad. It's not bad. But then sometimes when we go into our careers, we think we need to do the nasty stuff to make us shine or to make us become popular. But no, if God has called you to a particular field, if God has called you to do a particular thing, then He will lift you up. I know a couple, the lady, she's an actor, and she never takes any role that has to compromise her Christian faith. She's always in the high movie. She's a superstar, but then she will never take any role that has a way of compromising herself as a Christian. So if you think that you have to do this to shine, then it's not God. It's not God. So in our Christian walk, we're supposed to put God first. And that is one thing I observed from this couple. God wasn't first. God wasn't first. God wasn't first. They maybe for the man, but then I'm not judging, but like I said, if we look at it from outside, you discover that God wasn't first. If God was first, our life conforms to the life of God. It said when we look at the Bible, when we read the scriptures, we see like a mirror of us. We see God in us. Our life takes that shape of God. It takes that form of God. It takes that lifestyle of God. So ask yourself, what I'm doing right now, what I'm about to do right now, is it God? Will God allow me? Will God approve of this? Take yourself off it for a while. So the basic reason why I'm saying this is that for some of you out there who want to get married to someone, don't just look at the person as someone who's a Christian, who says that they are Christian. Actually look at the person's life. If they reflect God's life, if they are saying that they are Christian and God is first in their life, they put God first in everything they do. And whenever they are going to compromise, they know that this is not God and they live it. They have a relationship with God. That's the point. It's not just about saying I'm a Christian and the rest. So that's the first thing. The second thing I have observed or I've learned, and I still want you to learn from this couple, is that both of them said something. They said, God actually showed me that this person is my husband. God actually showed me that this person is my wife. Is it possible for God to actually say that someone is your husband or your wife? Yes, it is very, very possible. Like, it happens. So, and I feel like if God actually told you, like, this is your husband and this is your wife, that's like, you're already winning. Like, you're already on the winning side. Because the thing is that a lot of nonsense happens today in our generation where people are trying to find the right partner and they end up with the wrong one who ends up messes their life. And you are opportune for God to actually reveal to you that this person is actually your wife, and both of you have your confirmations that this is the one for you. That means you're already on the winning team. But then what God says, does it really guarantee the success of your marriage? Does it? It doesn't actually. Let me explain. God can say that this is what it is. This is who you are supposed to spend the rest of your life with. But then If both of you enter into that marriage and decide to mess it up, it's not on God, it's on you. It's on both of you, it's not on God. Because God made it easy for you actually to start on a good note, but then both of you decided not to put in the work that is necessary to make your marriage work. So I'll put it this way, that God says that this is your life partner is not a guarantee that both of you will stay till the end of that marriage. Why? Because God has done his part. He has made the job easy for you in choosing a life partner. But then both of you need to invest your time, invest resources, invest your energy. You have to try to communicate, understand each other, be patient enough with your partner, compromise, adjust. There's a lot of things that come with marriages that both of you have to do for yourself. It's not just God now. Like I said, God has told you people, now it's not your time to make it work. You have to put in the effort. Because a lot of people go into marriages with the idea God said that this is my partner, and then they eventually get into the marriage and they don't want to work. They don't want to put in the effort. They just relax. God has said it. And what you discover is that a few years down the line, they are divorced. Why? Because they said God said, and they didn't put in the work to make it work. So what I'm trying to say is this. Yes, it's possible that God has told them to come together as one man and wife. But God didn't tell them to come together as man and wife because God wants them to divorce after 9 years. It's actually because they probably didn't yield enough to God. Because the truth about this, if God asks you to come together and you make God the foundation of your relationship and both of you yield to God's will in your marriages, then there is no way divorce will be an option. You will walk through it to the end. Difficult times will come, yes, definitely. But then because God is your foundation, He makes forgiveness easy for you. He makes reconciliation easy for you. He makes compromise easy for you. That's the point. But then we have a lot of people saying, God said we should come together, but then they're not willing to do the work. So in case God is revealing to you your life partner today, in case God has already told you that this person is your life partner, I want you to know that just that information alone is not enough to sustain your marriage. You need to work. You need to work. You need to understand. You need to study and understand God's definition of love according to 1 Corinthians 13. You need to study it and know that this is what it means to be in love or love my partner and give my life for my partner. So that's that part of it. Then I want to also relate this to the part where people think that because they wrote a book actually, The Wait, and it's a very nice book. It's a book that they shared about their celibacy journey, how they had to wait till they get married. But then some people think that if you get to wait, if I remain a virgin, if I get to wait, that means my marriage will be perfect. No. I'm not saying you should not wait. I'm not saying you should go and sleep around. No, that's not what I'm saying. Let me explain this before you guys misunderstand me. Please don't. The Bible wants you to wait. God wants you to wait. I want you to wait. But then, don't have the mindset that if you wait, that means your marriage will be perfect. No. Like I said earlier, if after waiting and you get into that marriage and you still don't do the other things that comes with being married, you still don't compromise, you still don't adjust, you still don't communicate, your marriage will fail. Why I'm saying this is because a lot of people read that book wrongly. Like they read it and they get an idea. Some people read it and they got the idea of if I wait, my marriage will be good. That's before what's happening right now it started happening. So they got the idea that if I wait, God will give me the perfect mate. If I wait, this one will happen. Yes, it's good to wait, but then your reason for waiting shouldn't be because you want God to give you the perfect mate. Your reason for waiting shouldn't be because you want your marriage to work. Your reason for waiting shouldn't be because of some external thing you feel like you get. Your reason for waiting should be because God asked you to wait. It's as simple as that. Your reason for waiting should be because God said He wants the marriage bed to be undefiled. Because God said, run away from youthful lust. Because the Bible said, forsake all sexual immorality, all premarital sex, forsake it. That's what the Bible wants you to do, and that's why you should do it, not because you want to have a good marriage or you want to meet the perfect man or any other external thing. Just do it because God said you should do it. That's the life of Christ. That's the life God wants from you. So don't assume, because that's what a lot of people assumed after reading those books. They felt like, okay, if we wait, we'll not get our couple goal, we'll not get our couple crush, we'll not get this and that. No, that's not it. So wait for the right reasons. You get what I'm saying? The next thing I would like to talk about is what we call couple goals. Like I mentioned just a few seconds ago, couple goals, couple crush. Man, This is one thing that has wrecked a lot of people. Just a few days ago, I was going through some comments from one of the videos I was watching on this still same subject matter I'm discussing right now. And a lady commented that, well, wow, if these couples can be getting divorced right now, man, there's no hope for marriages. Why would I even get married? I'm scared, all this stuff. No, 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 no. No, that's not how it works. Because a lot of us have gone out there to say couple goal, couple crush, relationship goals, and this thing is making us put pressure on ourselves. See, nobody announces their failure. Nobody. Nobody announces the thing that they are going through behind closed doors. Yes, I'm one of those that advocate that you should look at successful marriages, learn from them, pick one or two things and go back in your marriage and try it out and see how it works for you. I'm one of those people that advocate for that. But then, I'm not saying you should idealize these couples and make it look like if they are not getting it right, then marriage is no longer working. No, the Bible specifically said that you should not put your trust on man. Put your trust on God. Man will fail. The best of man is still man. Man, we have flaws, we make mistakes a lot. And this couple probably have come to this point in their own life and you can see it. No matter how perfect it seems outside, there's always something going behind the scene. Life is like a movie, like marriage is like a movie. That's how it is. There are so many takes, there are so many cuts, there are so many shots. They shoot this particular part. If it's not good, they reshoot it. They cut out this part, cut out that part. They keep going with it until they find the best. And they join it all together and present it to us and we watch it and we're like, wow, this movie makes sense. But then we don't see all the necessary mistakes or all the unnecessary mistakes they've made behind the scene trying to get a perfect shot. You yourself watching this video, let me bring it home to you right now. There are times you take pictures, you take a lot, 10, 20 shots in a particular position. Then when you look at it, you discover that your eyes is closed on one. When you look at it, you discover that maybe your mouth is open a little. When you look at it, you discover something, maybe there's a background that something is happening behind you. You delete all those ones because they are not good, right? They are not good. You didn't feel like, nah, I don't like this one. And even when you take group pictures and you discover that you're not looking good while every other person is looking great, you still want to delete those pictures because what? You're not looking good. You don't go ahead to post yourself looking bad. We take off the trash and we post the ones out there. And when we look at these people posting their perfect picture, couple crush, they are smooching each other, they are holding each other, we are like, all those kind of stuff. See, those things are fine, they are good. Admire them, but then don't allow your foundation of relationship to be based on them. Don't make man your standards. Don't make man your standards. God should be your standards. What is God saying about marriage? How did God say you should do marriage for it to be successful? That's where you should focus on. You get what I'm saying? Even for this video I'm shooting right now, this is like the third one I'm shooting for this particular topic. Why? The first one I recorded, I discovered that after 20 minutes of recording this video, there was no sound. I didn't turn on my mic. My mic was off. And I felt bad. But I can't post it because there's no sound. The second part I was recording was, I couldn't just stop scratching my nose. I was, oh, what's this? I couldn't just stop. It got to a point I got discouraged and I had to stop. And now this is the third one. I can't post the one that was scratching my nose. I can't post the one that has no sound. I'm posting the one that looks perfect. So, and even after doing this video, I will still have to look at it and edit out some things. That's the way life is. We look at these things and we cut out a lot of things and we put our best foot out there. We don't allow people to see the negative part. So don't make man your standards when it comes to relationship. Look at them, learn one or two things they are showing you. And then after you do that, you probably allow them to be human beings that they are because they will make mistakes and a lot of stuff. So that is that. And the last thing I'll be talking about in this video is couples who go into marriage with a divorce mindset. This is the 21st century and it's even becoming harder to deal with. Because there are a lot of people out there who go into marriages and before even going to the marriage, they already have the mindset that if this doesn't work, we go our separate ways. We don't have to stress ourselves. I recently watched a lady, she was talking about her marriage. She was like, the husband eats her food she puts on the fridge and they almost got divorced because of that. Like, make it make sense. Like you want to get a divorce because your husband ate your food in the fridge, like he eats your food on the fridge. Now, man, That's not it. That's not it. You agree with me? That's not. It doesn't make any sense. But then that's what our world has become. Just the slightest reason people want to leave their marriage because it's not working, they want to leave. Even when they were saying the vows on the screen, on the pulpit, they were saying for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer. They say that. They say it. But then when it gets worse, they want to bail. When it gets difficult, they want to run. They want to divorce. See, personally, yes, what I believe is that if it's violent, if it's abusive, if there is immorality going on, maybe one of your partner is cheating, yeah, it's fine if you want to leave. But then, apart from that, you need to take your time and walk through your marriage. It's not because of the slightest reason you want to break up. No, you want to leave. Normal breakup alone, relationship breakup is like a mess. Like, it messes a lot of people up. Now, not to talk about divorce when you have spent 9 years, 10 years of your life together. No, man, you don't want to do that. For me, I still believe that this couple can actually make it. If it's not anything violence, if it's not anything that has to do with abuse or infidelity and all those stuff, I still believe that they can work it out. See, it's just about putting in the effort, putting in the time, compromising, putting God first. If they can put God first, I believe it will still work out fine for them. Because people don't invest in their relationship the way they invest in their careers. They don't invest in their relationship the way they invest in what they want to be. People go to school 4 or 5 years in the university. They spend time learning how to be a doctor, how to be an actor, how to be this. But when it comes to marriage, we don't take it that serious. We don't take it that serious. You ask someone to go for counseling is a problem. You ask someone to go for coaching is a problem because they believe that they can do it on their own. If it doesn't work, we don't leave. What's there? Why don't they say, if it doesn't work, we leave our career? Why didn't they just put in 2 days and go into it? No, they spend time learning about it to make it work. They stay during the difficult times and push. But then when it comes to marriage, a lot of us don't want to do the difficult part of it. We just want it to be rosy at all times. No. We can't be going into marriage with the divorce mindset. No, it will not help you. It will not help you. You're saying for better, for worse. Remember your vows in the altar. For better, for worse. For richer, for poorer. I still believe that every couple can still make it work if both of them can reconcile. If both of them can put in the effort. And to avoid the unreconcilable differences coming up in marriage, that's why you need to take your time before you get married to prepare yourself to look at your compatibility level in a lot of ways. Like this couple, I believe that they are not compatible in some ways, which is critical for them to even come to this point of wanting to divorce. And they are probably just seeing it right now. So I know there are a lot of things that go into this. I'm not saying that I'm blaming them for any of this. Probably they might deserve a blame or 1 or 2, but then it's not my part to actually judge or blame them for anything. They know what's up in their marriage. But then I really want you to take these lessons from this video. Think about it very much. Think about it. What could they have done different? What could you actually as a person do different to make your marriage work? I know you might be a single watching this, you might be a couple watching this. One thing I want to say to you today is that you can actually make your marriage work. You can actually have the marriage you want. You can actually do better. You just have to learn better. You just have to invest more time in these things. Yeah, I'm not blaming them, like I said. I'm praying for them. I hope that God helps them to reconcile it. If it's left for me, I will still say they should go back to counseling. They should go back to those things. I will try to work this out. I believe it can still work out if they can make God the foundation of their relationship and then give up their will and allow God to lead them. It can still work out. And then it works out fine. But then this is just the little I have to say. And I just believe that someone probably have learned from this. And I encourage you to share it with your friends and also subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. And please, I have released my book, The Love Lessons. I want you to go check the description. You will see how to get your copy. And please do so. Thank you for supporting me. And I hope you learned a lot from this video. Remember to leave a comment what you learned from the video or anything you want to talk about at all. Catch you guys in the next video.